Your choice creates your destiny. The story of a young man who must choose between wealth and truth. Hello. Welcome to English Stories channel. Today we'll read the Celtic tale, The Two Paths. This story will not only improve your English, but also teach a big lesson about life choices. Stay with me. Part 1. The Strange Prophecy. A long time ago, in a green and beautiful land called Scotland, there was a small village. The village was near a big, dark forest. In this village lived a young man. His name was Kieran. Kieran was a good person. He was kind to his friends and family. He helped his mother in their small house. He worked in the garden. But Kieran had one big problem. He always thought about tomorrow. Will my life be good tomorrow? He asked himself every day. Will I find love? Will I have a lot of money? What is my future? He thought about it in the morning. He thought about it at night. He was so worried about the future that he sometimes forgot to be happy today. One afternoon, Kieran was walking near the forest. His friend, an old man from the village, saw him. "Kieran, you look sad," the old man said. "I am thinking about my future," Kieran answered. "I want to know what will happen." The old man smiled. "I know someone who can help you. Go and see the wise woman of the forest. She lives under the big, old tree. People say she can see tomorrow." Kieran felt excited. Can she really see the future? "Yes," the old man said. "But be careful. Knowing the future is a powerful thing. It can be a gift, or it can be a heavy thing to carry." Kieran did not wait. The next morning, very early, he went to the forest. He walked and walked. The forest was quiet and a little scary. The trees were tall, and the sun was weak. After an hour, he saw it, the biggest, oldest tree he had ever seen. And under the tree, there was a small stone house. He walked to the door. His heart was beating fast. He knocked on the door. Knock, knock. The door opened slowly. There stood an old woman. She had long white hair and kind eyes that looked very, very deep. She was the wise woman. "Hello, young man," she said. Her voice was soft like the wind. "Why are you here?" Kieran was nervous. I want to know my future. Please, can you tell me? Will I be rich? Will I be happy?" The wise woman looked at him for a long time. She did not speak. Kieran waited. He could hear the birds in the tree. Finally, she spoke. "I can see you tomorrow, but I will not tell you everything. I will give you a map, but you must walk the road yourself." Kieran did not understand. "A map? Listen carefully," the wise woman said. "Tomorrow morning, you will go into the deep forest again. You will walk on a main path. After 1 hour, you will come to a special place. It is a fork in the road. Do you know what that is?" "Yes," Kieran said. "It is where one road becomes two roads. You must choose left or right." "Correct," said the wise woman. "You will see two paths. One goes to the left. One goes to the right. Your choice will change your life. The path you choose will make your future." Kieran felt excited. Which path is good? Which path is bad? Tell me, please. The wise woman shook her head slowly. "No, I cannot tell you that. Each path has a gift, something very good. But each path also has a price, something you must give. That is all I can say." Kieran was disappointed. He wanted a clear answer. "But how do I choose? How do I know?" The wise woman smiled a small, mysterious smile. "You will know with your heart, not with your head. Tomorrow, stand at the fork in the road. Listen to your heart. It will speak to you. Now go home and rest. Your big day is tomorrow." Kieran thanked her and walked back to his village. His mind was full of questions. Two paths? A gift and a price? What does it mean? That night, he could not sleep. He thought about the left path. He thought about the right path. He was worried about making the wrong choice. Little did he know, his real journey was about to begin. It was not a journey of miles, but a journey of the heart. If you enjoyed the story, please like this video and subscribe for more. Also, write your opinion in the comments. Part 2. The Left Path, the Gift of Wealth. The next morning, Kieran woke up before the sun. His heart was beating fast with excitement and fear. Today was the day. Today he would choose his path. He ate a simple breakfast with his mother. It looked difficult, mysterious, and a little dangerous. It seemed to say, "Walk here only if you are strong." Kieran stood at the fork for a long time. He remembered the wise woman's other words. Each path has a gift, and each path has a price. My heart, he whispered to himself. What does my heart want? He thought about his life in the small village. He thought about being poor. He remembered days with no good food, nights with a cold house. He wanted a better life. He wanted to help his mother. He wanted to be important. The left path looked like the answer. It looked like the path to a better, easier life. I choose the left path, Kieran said out loud. His voice sounded sure in the quiet forest. He took his first step onto the sunny, wide path. With every step, he felt more hopeful. The air smelled like flowers. It was easy to walk. He did not get tired. After about an hour of pleasant walking, he saw something amazing. There in front of him was a huge, magnificent castle. It was made of white stone. Its towers touched the sky. The gardens were perfect, with fountains and roses. It was the most beautiful thing Kieran had ever seen. Just then, the big wooden door of the castle opened. A man walked out. He was old, with a kind face, but he looked very rich. He wore clothes of silk and velvet. Gold rings shone on his fingers. "Ah, young man," the rich lord said. His voice was warm. "I have been waiting for you. Please come in." Kieran was confused. "Waiting for me? But you do not know me." "Oh, but I do," the Lord said, smiling. "Come inside. Let's talk." Kieran followed him into the castle. The inside was even more incredible. There was gold everywhere. Beautiful paintings hung on the walls. Servants in fine clothes stood quietly. The Lord took Kieran to a big room with a fireplace. "Sit down, please," he said. "Let me explain. I am a very rich man. I have all this land, this castle, this gold. But I have no family. I have no son or daughter. I'm getting old. I need an heir, a person to give everything to when I die." Kieran's eyes opened wide. He could not believe what he was hearing. "I want that person to be you, Kieran," the Lord said. "You are young, smart, and you have a good heart. I saw you from my window, choosing the easy path. You want a better life. I can give it to you. All this can be yours. Every piece of gold, every piece of land, every jewel." Kieran felt like he was in a dream. It was too good to be true. "Mine? All of this? But why me?" "Because you deserve it," the Lord said. "But—" He paused. His face became serious. "There is one condition, one rule you must follow." "What condition?" Kieran asked, his heart beating fast. The Lord looked into Kieran's eyes. "You must never go back to your old village. You must never see your mother, your friends, or your old life again. From today, your life is here. Wealth is your new family. Do you understand? This is the price for the gift." Kieran's happiness disappeared. He felt cold. He looked at the gold around him. He thought about his mother's smile. He thought about his friends' laughter. He thought about his simple home. The gift was enormous, but the price was his heart. Part 3. The Right Path, the Gift of Strength. Kieran stood in the rich lord's castle. Gold glittered around him, but his heart felt heavy like a stone. The Lord's words echoed in his mind. Never see your mother again. He looked at the Lord's kind but expectant face. He looked at the beautiful, empty castle. It was a palace, but it felt like a golden cage. No, Kieran said. The word came out quietly but clearly. Thank you, my lord. This gift is too big. The price is too high for my heart. The rich lord looked surprised, then sad. Are you sure, young man? This is a chance of a lifetime. I am sure, Kieran said, feeling stronger now. My heart is not for sale. Not for all the gold in the world. He bowed to the Lord, turned around, and walked out of the magnificent castle. He did not look back. He walked down the sunny, flower-filled path, back to the fork in the road. When he arrived, the two paths were waiting for him. The left path still looked easy and beautiful. The right path still looked dark and difficult. Kieran took a deep breath. He had tried the path of wealth. It offered comfort, but asked for his soul. Now, only one choice remained. I choose the right path, he said to the silent forest. His voice was not afraid anymore. It was determined. He took his first step onto the narrow, rocky path. Immediately, the difference was clear. The air was colder here. The sunlight barely touched the ground. Stones tried to trip him. Tree branches reached out like thin arms. The first challenge was a wide, fast river. There was no bridge. The water was cold and deep. Kieran had to find a way. He looked around and saw some large, stable stones. Carefully, step by step, he jumped from one stone to another. His foot slipped once, and cold water touched his leg, but he did not fall. He reached the other side, his heart pounding with effort and pride. The path then led up a steep hill. The ground was slippery with wet leaves. Kieran had to use his hands to climb. He grabbed roots and strong plants to pull himself up. His muscles hurt, but he did not stop. When he reached the top, he looked back. He could see far into the forest. He felt strong and capable. As he walked deeper, he met a small, scared fox. Its paw was hurt. The fox looked at Kieran with nervous eyes. Kieran remembered the forest plants his mother used for healing. He found some soft leaves and clean water. Slowly, very carefully, he cleaned the fox's paw and wrapped it with the leaves. The fox did not run away. It looked at him, then limped into the bushes. Kieran felt a warm happiness in his chest. He helped a living thing. On this hard journey, Kieran learned important skills. He learned to make fire from dry wood and stones. He learned to find north by looking at the moss on the trees. He learned which berries were safe to eat. He learned to listen to the forest sounds for danger. He was no longer the worried young man from the village. He was becoming a survivor, a protector. After many days of this difficult travel, tired and with dirty clothes, he saw smoke ahead. He followed the smell and came out of the thick trees. Before him was a small, poor village. The houses were made of broken wood and mud. The people looked thin and tired. Children watched him with big, sad eyes. An old woman, the village elder, came to him. "Who are you?" Stranger, she asked weakly. My name is Kieran. I come from a village beyond the forest. Can I help you? The old woman cried. We are hungry. The winter was hard. Our crops failed. Sickness took many of our strong people. We have no hope. Kieran looked around. He had no gold to give them. But he had something else now, his new skills and a strong heart. Please, he said, show me your fields. Show me your sick people. I will try to help. Days turned into weeks. Kieran worked from sunrise to sunset. His hands became rough, but his heart became light. He saw smiles return to the villagers' faces. He heard children laugh again. In this poor village, Kieran did not find gold or jewels. He found something more valuable: purpose, friendship, and community. He found the love that comes from giving, not receiving. For the first time in his life, he was not worried about the future. He was too busy building it, one good deed at a time. Part 4. The Return, the True Destiny. Many months passed. The seasons changed in the poor village. Winter ended, and a gentle spring arrived. The fields that Kieran helped to fix were now green with new plants. The villagers were healthy and strong. They had food, warm houses, and hope. Kieran stood by the small river, looking at the clear water. He felt happy, but something in his heart called him home. He missed his mother. He wanted to tell her everything he had learned. The village elder, the old woman, saw his thoughtful face. You are thinking of your first home, aren't you? She asked kindly. Kieran nodded. Yes, my journey is complete here. I must go back to where I started. I must see my mother. The people of the village were sad to see him go, but they understood. They organized a small farewell party. They gave him simple gifts, a warm blanket for his journey, some bread, and their deepest thanks. You saved us, Kieran. You will always have a home here, they said. The journey back through the forest was different now. The difficult right path did not feel scary or hard. Kieran knew how to walk it. He was strong, confident, and wise. He helped other lost travelers he met along the way. He felt like a true child of the forest. Finally, he saw the familiar trees of his own village. His heart beat with joy. He ran the last part of the way. When he arrived at his small house, he saw his mother in the garden. She looked older, but her smile was the same. Mother, he called. She turned, and her eyes filled with tears of happiness. Kieran, my son, you are home. She hugged him tightly. I missed you every day. Where have you been? What happened? That evening, by the warm fire, Kieran told her his whole story. He told her about the wise woman, the two paths, the rich castle, the difficult journey, and the poor village. He showed her his rough hands, proof of his hard work. His mother listened with amazement. My son, she said, you left as a boy worried about tomorrow. You returned as a man who builds today. The next morning, Kieran went back to the big, old tree in the forest. The wise woman was waiting for him, as if she knew he would come. She sat in front of her stone house, smiling. Welcome back, Kieran, she said. You look different. You carry a new light. Kieran sat beside her. I understand now, he said. The left path offered a gift of wealth, but the price was my past, my love, my soul. It was a path of having, not being. The right path offered hardship, but the gift was myself. It was a path of becoming. The wise woman's eyes shone with wisdom. You speak the truth, young man. Destiny is not a treasure chest waiting for you. It is a seed. A seed, Kieran asked. Yes, she said. You are the seed. The path you choose is the soil. And look at you now. You grew into a strong, kind tree. Kieran thought about her words. They were beautiful and true. The future is never one written story, the wise woman continued. It is a book, and you hold the pen. With every choice, you write a new sentence. With every action, you draw a new picture. The power was always inside you. Kieran thanked the wise woman with all his heart. He returned to his village, not as a seeker, but as a bringer of wisdom. News of his journey and his new skill spread. People from his village and other villages came to him for advice. He helped them solve problems, plant better crops, and build stronger communities. He never became a rich lord in a castle, but he became a rich man in heart, respected, loved, and wise. He often stood at the edge of the forest, looking at the two paths from afar. He taught everyone, especially the children, his great lesson. Do not ask the path, where will you take me? Instead, tell the path, I will bring my courage, my kindness, and my heart, and together we will discover my destiny. And so, Kieran lived a long, happy life. His story became a legend, passed down from generation to generation, reminding everyone that the most important journey is not to a place, but to the person you are meant to become.